mix them all up. Notes thrown everywhere.
Oh, come on, Pastor Dave.
Pastor Dave. No.
Right, Dave.
No. This is going to be short. And then when I'm done, we'll turn that off because I'm going to do some other things here and just not going to show it. Okay. I'm going to start with Jeremiah 17, 9 and 10. When you get there, say, I'm there.
There.
Brad's the winner. Give her Ernst. What are we giving away? Ernst something. Gift cards, that's it. Okay, Jeremiah 17, 9 and 10. The human heart is the most deceitful of all things and desperately wicked. Who really knows how bad it is? But I, the Lord, search all hearts and examine secret motives. I give all people their due rewards according to what their actions deserve. The human heart. What made me think about that, believe it or not, was having prayer here Tuesday evening. The leaders and Brad had a word, corrosion. And you're thinking, what in the world how does that relate to that? That's what I thought too. But man, just pondering that word, it's so powerful. There is a long sermon in that for Brad. But first, something I found interesting, corrosion, from a Latin word, and I'm not even going to try to say that, but what it means in that Latin word is gnawing or chewing away. Isn't that interesting? Corrosion, gnawing. Isn't that what the enemy does? Isn't that what he's doing this morning? Gnawing and trying to chew. In the meaning, the English meaning, natural chemical process to revert to their more chemically stable state, like ore or oxides. Corrosion, to revert back. You see where I'm going with that? To revert back. The heart is what we hear there, that the heart is wicked. But when you get saved, you get a new heart. But don't think for a minute, for 1 minute, that you can't be corroded. Because I can promise you, everybody sitting here has rust. Every one of you. Not me. Because I'm not sitting there. I'm standing here with rust. I'm all rusted up. But we all do. And I'll get to the other part. I think I already, when Gary and I had met, I think I was already saying something to him about that primer. The church in this country is corroded, badly corroded. Man, even though my knees hurt, I got to move a little bit. I can't just stand it like that. Badly, badly corroded. But what we tend to do, instead of fixing the corrosion, we take a can of primer and we spray it gray. That way everybody looks the same. We're all gray here. We're all Christian, right? We're all good here. No matter what I believe, we're all Christian, because look, I'm the same as you. I'm the exact same color as you are. I'm gray just like you. No. You're not fixing nothing. You're hiding it. You know, and I don't know. Y'all look gray to me, but I don't know. I don't know your heart. I know the one who does. And he knows that you know. See, we can't get away with that either. Oh, well, it's a sin. I didn't know I was sinning. Come on. If you know this, you know you were sinning. It's just like you looking up here at me. I look gray, don't I? But you don't know. You don't know. You really don't have a clue. And I can promise you there's a bunch of rust in me. And thinking about that rust in the heart. See, the rust, if the rust goes in a piece of steel and you don't take care of it, you're getting into the heart of that steel. And what happens when that steel corrodes into the center of it, into the heart? It's weakened. It's going to fail. It's going to fail. You put all the primer on it you want, ain't working. It's going to take surgery. It's going to be tough, what you're going to have to do, but you're going to have to take a grinder to it. It's got to be ground out. You got to let God grind it out. And then it's got to be put through the fire. It's got to be welded. You better stop yawning back here. You're going to make me go to sleep. And the weld, if I'm not mistaken, Brad, the weld's stronger than the steel, correct? If you allow God to do it. But just thinking about that other, not the gnawing and the chewing, but the natural chemical process to revert to the more chemically stable state like ore or oxides. That's what rust wants to do, getting in your heart. It wants to revert you back. You revert back to your old ways. What did Peter do? He reverted back. I'm going to just forget all this. I'm going fishing again. But worse than that, we revert back. Why do we revert back? Because we're not in the Word. Because we're not knocking on the door, praying. That's what the knock is. Revert back. So I think this sort of goes along with what Pastor Brad talked about here about a month ago, and then Thursday, examining ourselves, checking ourselves, asking God, what is it? I know I'm rusty. And like I said, I would say, what is it? But we know. I know where my rust is. And I'll admit to you all right here, I'm priming it. I'm not doing what I should do. Because it's going to hurt. Not in the physical sense, but it's going to hurt because it's going to take me away from what I want to do. My selfishness. Because I can be selfish, believe me. See that primer falling off now, don't you? It's getting sanded off. Maybe that's what I needed to be here for too. Humble myself. Just just the way God works, man. It's no coincidence that you had that word Tuesday, because God knew all this was going to happen. And like I say, I did this in about an hour or so. Not that I'm making excuses, because it's a powerful word. I think if you leave it, if you let it in, if you hear it, and you ponder on it. Reverting back, not taking care of the problem as we see it. Painting ourselves the same color. And what do I mean by that? Well, that's just like going in church. Well, I'm golden now. I'm good. I look just like those people. I believe in Jesus. I'm good. I believe in Jesus. I'm gray just like them. I look just like they do. The road and the gate is narrow. Man, we gotta. All these three, like I said, what Brad said, and it's all, man, we gotta stop thinking you're all that. Because we're not. You think you've arrived and you all you gotta do is squirt on a little pride. No, you haven't. No, I haven't. None of us have. Right up until the day that we're going, till God calls us up, we're called to keep grinding, sanding, stop painting, and thinking everything's okay, because it's not. I know. This spoke to me so much because God's speaking to me. He's saying, boy, you're corroded. You're rusty. Almost to the heart. Can I share something, Gary, that we talked about?
Sure.
Nothing with you personal, but
It's fine.
when we met, Gary said something to me that he said, man, not his words, but exactly, but, I looked up to you. And he didn't say this, but I thought you were all that. And you're thinking, well, what's I got? Because that was sprayed gray. But some of it come off, and he saw it. And I told him, man, don't look up at me. Don't put me on no pedestal. Put Christ there. Because I can guarantee I'll let you down. And I'm here to, not only, I don't want to sound like I'm coming, don't take me wrong, but he's real. Our Pastor Ray is real. But guess what? He's rusty too. He's rusty too. He's just a man, just like I prayed. He ain't Superman. And he can't do it on his own. Meaning we all got to pray for him. We all got to pray for each other. It's so important. We can't do this by ourselves. And so, like I said, there's things that, there's sin that we know, but maybe we don't want to hear it. Maybe God has someone to point it out. I know it's been pointed out to me a lot of times, and I don't want to hear it, but I know it's true. I know I need ground out. You have to acknowledge it. Man, I just feel, man, church, stop. Stop painting ourselves. Stop fooling ourselves. Walking around blind. And it's so easy to prove. You say, well, the church ain't. Take a look. Take a look at what's outside these doors. It's not that the church is supposed to hold that back. But how can a rusty old church, an old broken church, hold anything back? Look just like the world. Rusted up just like everybody else. It's not what we're called for. Come, Jesus, come. Yeah, great, but man, don't you have a heart for people? Aren't we willing to go through that grinding, that welding? To become that strong tire. That strong tire that people can look up to. Not maybe that didn't come out right. So people can see Christ through you. That's better, huh?
Yes.
Don't look, like I said, don't look at me. But that's what we're called to be. That's what's going to change the world. That's what's going to change our country. That's what's going to change our town. That's what's going to change our little community. That's what's going to change our family, our house. Who do you think is going to come to Christ if you're just rusted up, busted, acting like they are? Nobody. I leave the church and I take a shower, get that old gray off of me, and live like the world the rest of the time. Then I'll spray paint myself Sunday morning. Oh yeah, I'm golden, I'm good. No, you're not. Wake up to that. Whoever's watching, wake up. Don't turn me off, wake up. Check yourself. You're sitting there thinking you're good where you're watching, or what? You're not. You're fooling yourself. Because the minute you think that, you just left the enemy gnaw another bite out of you. Just chewing away at you, and you don't even know it. Don't even feel it. Well, I'll take that back too. You do know it, but you don't care. I can spray paint it. Like I say, if I said I didn't know, I'd be lying. And I do know. I do know my rust. And I do want it ground away. Like I say, this was going to be short. I don't have a whole lot more, but I am going to read something else. Romans 10. 5 through 13. For Moses writes what the law's way of making a person right with God requires obedience to all of its commands. But faith's way of getting right with God says, don't say in your heart, who will go to heaven to bring Christ down to earth, and don't say who will go down to the place of the dead to bring Christ back to life again. In fact, it says the message is very close at hand. It is on your lips and in your heart. And that message is the very message about faith that we preach. If you openly declare that Jesus is the Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. For it is by believing in your heart that you are made right with God. And it is by openly declaring your faith that you are saved. As the scriptures tell us, anyone who trusts in him will never be disgraced. Jew and Gentile are the same in this respect. They have the same Lord who gives generously to all who call on him. For everyone who calls on him, on the name of the Lord, will be saved. Your heart, your heart, your heart, your heart, your heart. And we already know that your heart is wicked. But if you're saved, look how many times he said about your heart. But like I say, that's what the gnawing and the chewing is. It's chewing to get to your heart. To destroy you. To weaken you. Ultimately, let's make you collapse. The heart. The heart of us, the heart is still that's our strength. Don't let it rust away. Don't let it be eaten and chewed up to the point where, and I've seen it. I can think of one right now that I saw walking with the Lord for a good many years. I mean, now could care less. Because it just started to rust. And instead of going after it, chasing it, and fixing it, he just put a little collar on it. I'll keep going. I'll keep going to church. No one will know. Put a little, and the next thing you know, well, I'm not going today. Well, then bang. You left the enemy gnaw away. So, in conclusion to that, I say, check your heart. Just like Brad's been saying, what's been laid on his heart. Examine. Check. Maybe I shouldn't say, just let's ask God. Let him reveal to you what you already know. What you already know, but you need God to tell you. You know how we are that's not, yeah, okay. Pray about it. Let God tell you, because if you're going to not let God tell you, or you're going to collapse. You're just letting the enemy in to gnaw away at your heart, devour you. And like I said, it was short, but in my mind, it's powerful because it's speaking to me. Been ever since Tuesday. So I'm gonna say goodbye now. And Brad,